and sit down.
Looks like Foxhole is live. It looks like the mic is way not down to talk on it. D Live is good. Sit naturally. Let the producer second. Sit how you're going to sit it. This is literally live. Literally. See how you're gonna stick it. This is literally live. Literally. Alright, we got some sound on all channels, which is fantastic. We have 2 minutes and 42 seconds till our show. You're in the pre-roll.
Shut up and sit down.
You can talk. Guys, it's the pre-roll. You can talk. You can talk to each other. Just saying. We have 2 minutes and 18 seconds. Hello to our lurker in YouTube.
Yeah.
Probably angular. It's like it's science every week. Kind of doesn't change. Just saying. 2 minutes and counting. Can you not stab me with your knee?
Oh, sorry.
All right, as Scott Adams would say, I'm not even going to say it, it's pretty gross.
That was pretty gross.
Barbara, please turn the lights up once and add the background. Thank you. 1 minute to go. We have lost our lurkers in YouTube. They'll be back. They always are.
Except when they aren't.
They're always back. 45 seconds until...
The rocket is the outro.
Seconds. That's true. We have 4 lurkers on the Foxhole rolling in. I'm one of them.
So we only have 3 lurkers.
Well, in the most technical sense. But it's growing. It's growing by leaps and bounds. Gonna bring us down here to a cozy 5. Today feels like a 5 day. Check, check, check.
Check it, deck.
Check, check. That's a little hot. There we go. Looks like the countdown completed, so that means...
Wait, mute the background.
1 part bread, 1 part pill. This is the Bread Pill Weekly. You've been red pilled, now be the red pill.
Tell her.
Can I get my glasses from the kitchen?
Welcome to the Bread Pill Weekly.
We have been expecting you.
You've been red pilled.
Expecting you.
Now be the red pill. You're free from the oven. and out for delivery. I'm your co-host, and so is he. I'm G. Ross.
Angular.
This show, every Friday at 5:30 Central, is being broadcast as per normal on Facebook, YouTube, DLive, and the Foxhole. Call-ins are welcome. The Discord information should be on the screen. It is. So discord.gg/4 big W big C big Z KQM5. That's like a DJ name. Let's get right to our first story. What exactly is the Bread Pill Weekly? What would you say it is, co-host? You've been doing it for a while.
A news show?
Oh, yeah, like a weekly news roundup. I like that. I'm
One
in.
that isn't censored by YouTube and mainstream media.
Well, it could be censored by YouTube if they so choose, because we're broadcasting onto YouTube, but it
Yeah.
would still be alive if they chose to censor us on Foxhole. If you don't know what Foxhole is and you're coming across this, it's thefoxhole.app, and it is a free speech community. It's more than that. It is fantastic.
And it's free to get.
It is free. It's free. It's got gold pills and red pills and blue pills and all kinds of pills. Bubbles says, hi there. Right back at you, Bubbles.
Hello.
So we like to open with a Bible verse. So let's do that. I've got in mind for us to read. You can just read it. I have it quoted right there. Verse 1 from Romans 13.
Let every person be subject to the governing authorities, for there is no authority except from God, and those that exist have been something by God.
Can you not read that?
Instituted by God.
Instituted by God. So, who should be subject to their government according to the Holy Scripture? It says right there. Who
Every
should
person.
Okay. So, let me ask a tough question to some of this audience. Is Biden our governing authority?
Who is by? Oh,
Bo Jiden?
Bo Jiden.
Is Biden our governing authority? What about Kim Jong-un in North Korea? Those people, they have to follow their governing authority?
Well, yeah, because maybe.
Because it says so right there.
Yes, it does says though.
So who
But
put
I don't
Kim
think-
Jong-il and Joe Biden in authority?
Wait, no, I don't think Bo Jiden actually should be followed.
Why?
Well, God put Trump in the authority, and I think, well, don't quote me on this,
Right. I'm
but
listening.
I think Biden may have stole the election.
What? Oh, okay. Now we're in hot water. All right, let's go to our first topic.
We've been in hot water for months.
I know. Let's see what PJ Zweering says. Nope. And Bubbles says no. And then co-host Angular kind of. We did not rehearse that. We didn't discuss it at all. I'm just saying.
It was stolen.
Was it really?
Well, riddle me this. How did Bo Jiden conveniently win the election after Trump literally fixed the country pretty much?
Well,
And riddle me this. Why did we not address all the Trump votes being just dumped into the river?
wow, we're derailing. I love this. When did you see that?
We talked about back when the election was first uncoordinately taken.
All right, I'm gonna pull this this topic, rein it in. I'm not saying you're wrong. I was asking for your sauce, like we like to say around here. Sauce, please.
Sauce?
It's a code word for source. What's your source? Where is the video showing? Bubbles
Flawlessness.
says lawlessness. Yep.
Lawlessness.
We're experiencing it. Rules for thee, but not for me. That's kind of how it goes these days, right? So this department is called CNN Minus, and on April 30th, this article was written before that, but you'll see down here it points out. What does this say?
Warner Bros. Discovery announced that the service will be shut down
And when was it launched?
March 29th.
Yeah, that's pretty short-lived. All right, on to the next
Wow.
topic. We'll call
Wow.
this topic Borderline, going back to April 15th. Take it away.
Texas Government Abbott signs border agreement with Tamaulipas Governor Francisco Javier Garcia Cabeza de Vaca. I said that right?
You did. What does cabeza de vaca mean?
I have no idea.
It means cow head, I think.
We should look that up.
So what do we think about that? Should a Texas governor be making border agreements with a Mexican governor?
I don't know.
What exactly is the agreement? Well, the link is in the description, but we're just
Didn't
kind of
they-
glancing at the headline,
Wait.
chit-chatting.
Didn't Abbott say that he was gonna build the wall and not let the Mexicans in? Or
Yeah, he's signing an agreement with the guy on the other side of the wall. Sounds like he's got allies.
Yeah.
To me. Well, that's from MSN, and they never lie. So, next up, this department is called About Face. And here you'll see Jen Psaki saying, "It's nice that the state of Texas is helping them to get to their final destination." Did you catch that? Talking about Governor Greg Abbott sending the migrants
Say it
from
again?
Texas to D.C. She's like, it's nice that they're helping them get where they're going.
Huh.
You want to hear it? Let's hear it.
Step, I think you previously called it a publicity stunt. Is that still the view of the White House? Can you give us any reaction to this busload of migrants arriving here in D.C.?
Well, these are all migrants who have been processed by CBP and are free to travel, so it's nice the state of Texas is helping them get to their final destination as they await in their outcome of their immigration proceedings, and they're all in immigration proceedings.
The first bus of migrants arrived in
I'm
D.C.
saying
today.
there's a Karen
Texas
alert
Governor
going on
Greg
here.
Abbott
That was a
made
little
good on his
Karen-y.
promise
Burp,
to
burp,
Trapper.
Karen alert. Burp, burp.
We need to
Karen
develop a
alert.
Karen alert.
Burp, burp. Karen alert.
All right, let's go to Borderline Department still. This was from, I didn't actually catch the date. Let's see, April 20.
Republican governors unveil border strike force as migrant detentions rise.
Last I heard, there was over 26 governors, or at least 26 states, signing a border strike force agreement. That's a majority.
What does that mean?
I don't know. What is the border strike force? Let's glance down here. Got to click on something.
I think it's actually a solution I thought of. Essentially,
Huh?
what happens is you can't run to America if you have no legs to run.
Bubbles says, Abbott is corrupt.
Yes.
Right on there, partner. He's even got the little smiley face with the cowboy hat. Not going to disagree with you there. Not going to disagree.
Wait, are you talking about the Abbott is corrupt or the...
The legs? No, you got me on that one. Where's the rest of this article? It seems so short. Red and blue with more. Anyway, seems like that's the whole article. I don't know. Link is in the description if you're on YouTube or Facebook. Now let's go to the critical theories. On April 12, we've got this.
Missouri Republicans target schools, books, and race in the latest culture war proposal.
And D Patriot 1776 says, "Hi guys, big hello back at you."
Hello.
Down in the article, you'll see it says the so-called Parents' Bill of Rights measure now awaits a final vote in the House, and if passed, an uncertain future in the Senate. So we don't know where it's going. That's 10 days old news Sorry I haven't followed up. You know what I'm about to say. Work. From the Department of Supply Surprise, April 14th. Let's go. Ew.
Kemp declares state of emergency as supply chain woes continue.
Yep.
I wonder why there's
So-
supply chain woes.
Why are there? Let's talk about it.
Because you can't use any of the gas guzzling trucks because
That's part of it. Yeah.
they're the only ones that can move this stuff. But I guess
think-
we just can't use them now.
I think they were talking about restricting that on the ports in California. But there's also millions of chickens being slaughtered because they have some kind of a human flu. I guess the chickens get the bird flu, or no, they get the human flu, or the other way around. Also, a lot of meat processing plants are just exploding up in flames for, nothing to see here, no reason. Definitely not a plan or some kind of environmentalist, terrorism thing. Do you remember the last time you saw shelves like that?
2020?
Mm-hmm. And where
I
did
guess
we
they
get
were
our
right.
food when we needed it?
The closet.
In our paranoid prepper supply closet, boys and girls. Would you like to set up your own paranoid prepper supply
It's
closet?
too late now.
No, it's not.
They've already started robbing our shelves of food.
That's
They're
true.
gonna rob you next.
Fair point. I just like to say, if you've never prepped, just buy one extra can of green beans and see how you feel. See how you feel. Let's move to the Dome. From April 16th.
Palestinian worshippers injured in clashes with police. I wonder why.
Tell me, do you know?
No, I
Okay.
don't.
It's been getting worse even since that news article. Let me show a picture of Dome of the Rock. I want to talk from the heart here for a second, like I always do. I've seen this beautiful building from, let's see which angle. Let's just show this one. From one of the angles. Open image in new tab. Close this bad boy. So, the Dome of the Rock, or Al-Aqsa Mosque, it's a holy site for really all the major monotheistic, the three religions. At least that's what I'm told. And the time I was there was not one of the weeks or days where they'll let infidels in. So I just got to see it from the outside. There was armed guards, and it's shared during certain days with negotiations, at least at the time it was. But I don't know, there's something about seeing things with your own eyes. I've seen it up close, but not on property. Can you please not bash me with me? Thank you. Anyway, I'm sad that there's contention over there and that people are tense. Let's see. We're going to go to Ling Pai. Now, why do I say Ling Pai? One of my really, really good friends, two of my really, really good friends speak fluent Thai. And I was writing a song, my friend was writing a song, and she needed the Thai words for monkeys fly. I can't remember. I'm so old. Yeah, she wrote the words. She wrote maybe the music too. Anyway, Ling Pai means monkeys fly. So let's read this Al Jazeera news story.
In Thai villages, Chinese gangs recruit desperate for phone scams.
Yeah, they recruit the desperate for phone scams. The police say they've rescued 700 Thais held against their will by Chinese gangs in Cambodia. So they're being forced to do, phone scams?
Hello, your computer has virus.
Does it really? How did it get virus? How did my computer get the virus?
What
Click.
did you download recently?
All right. Let's go to the department called Clubbing Club.
Boom.
Oh,
Cops
this is
waiting.
funny. Go ahead.
Cops waiting in ambush for anyone who may have taken their mask off while walking alone in a forest on a mountain.
Yep, there they are. Just in case you're down this trail 100 feet from anybody in a forest alone on a mountain, make sure you got your mask on.
What if you never had your mask on to begin with?
Oh, and this is somewhere in China, I guess. I don't know. Next up, we have... Actually, I've got to show this article. Article from PubMed. This is from some while back, almost a year ago.
Toxin-like peptides in plasma, urine, and fecal samples from COVID-19 patients.
Yep. Can't remember why I linked this. This may have been one of those Aldous articles. I can't remember. Toxin-like peptides in plasma, urine, and poo. So you're getting toxins, or what appears to be toxins, in your blood when you have had COVID. If you know, then you know. Oh, we've got a cookie from Ankavanka. Let's get the cookie thingy bob going. Ready and
Looky, here comes Cookie, walking down the street. Looky, I call him Cookie, 'cause he's sweet.
Dsum Raw says, almost missed the show, but you didn't. And the links are in YouTube and Facebook. But we've got 2 shows today, Dsum Raw, and we're going to talk about that at the end of this show. We've got a special guest coming on in a little over an hour. We'll talk about that in a second. Ankavanka says, happy Friday, fam. Much love to my friend G. Ross and my awesome young friend Angle. Much love, fam. Applause for Ankavanka. In the house.
That's cute, Cookie.
Nice song, too.
What are all those parentheses supposed to be?
Big smiles, maybe?
Maybe. You think
No,
it's just
maybe
a bunch
eating the
of
cookie.
cookies?
Chomp, 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 chomp.
Yeah, I think it's just a bunch of cookies.
I also didn't read this part. Heart, frog, heart. That was in the message also. Ankavanka and I are working up a number. It's kind of on me. I have to do the arrangement. We know the song. We know what we're going to do. But I've got to arrange it and make a little karaoke thing so we can read it. Because I'm not going to say what language it's in. But it needs a little... We need a little help.
What?
Ankavanka says...
Wait,
We
what
do
are you doing?
karaoke from time to time, and
Oh,
we've got a
yeah.
number we're working on. I'm not going to tell you what it is.
Stayed up until like 4 a.m.
That one day, yes. Ankavanka says, OMG, you guys rock. So do you. So do you.
So do you.
Freddie Durf. Good old Freddie. Hey, it's my first... Everyone,
What?
say hello to Freddie Durf. We've never had Freddie Durf in here.
Wait, who's Freddie Durf?
You'll see. Just get ready. Ankavanka smiles, gallery, and chomping on a cookie. Yep. We can do it. Yes, we're gonna get it done. It's on me. Work exploded. Ankavanka, it's all on my. That's on my. Working it out. Yep. Durf. All right, back to our. So let's go to April 21 in the Booster Boost department.
He was reassigned for a while? Wait, what?
Oh, Freddie Durf was reassigned for a while.
Who is Freddie Durf? I mean, no offense, Freddie Durf. But who are you?
You'll get to know Freddie Durf. Do you want to read the next article?
Sure.
From CBS
Pfizer
News?
and BioNTech, BioNTech ask FDA to authorize COVID-19 boosters for kids as young as 5.
Nope. You should be aware that they're trying to get it authorized for as young as 5. Just wanted to spread the news, let the people know.
But why?
Y'all gonna make Freddie Durf a little bit egotistical, big-headed. No, I'm kidding. It can't happen. April 21 from The Blaze. I'm sorry I got this from The Blaze. I try to, use reputable news sources. But, oh no, that's Rasmussen Reports. Where's my Blaze link? Hang on.
Where my blaze?
can it be?
Where?
Where?
Where is the place?
All right.
Wuhan lab agreement with UTMB allows secret files to be deleted at request.
And you may ask, who is UTMB? They're an NIH-funded laboratory.
What does it stand for?
Let's go down and find that out. That's a good question. University of Texas Medical Branch. So, yeah, if you need to burn some files or we need to burn some files, it's mutually agreed that when the feds are knocking at your door, go ahead and just burn and flush those files. Why would they need to sign that? I don't know. All right. Now we're going to the polling poll department. Go ahead.
Yeah, Jack.
From Friday, April 15th.
Jack, congressional ballot.
So this is Rasmussen. You should, obviously polls are polls, right? You should watch a lot of them, watch how they trend, ignore them completely. But at the time of this polling, there was an 8-point lead. And actually, if you dig into the, what do they call them? The cross references or whatever, they have a word for it that makes you sound like you really know how to look at polls. The battleground states are apparently pretty pulling out ahead for the Republicans, at least as of a week ago.
Woo.
April 18th, but first let's check the chat. Looks like it's moving. Freddy can serve himself soup, like Inspector Gadget. Anka Vanka points out there's going to be some supply chain shortage. You guys are great. Freddy thinks this is a great show to fall asleep to. I think thanks to our background music, you are pretty much right. And this picture of MTG, that's a great one to fall asleep to, right? Like the teeth. Like, do you want to have dreams, good dreams, or nightmares? Oh, let's zoom in. Let's zoom in and imagine falling asleep, a la Freddie Durf.
Here he goes again.
This show. Thanks, Anka Vanka. That's hilarious. Not possible to fall asleep with who's in the house. Anyway, the point of this.
But who's Freddie Durf?
This is Freddie Durf.
But I mean, why is everybody obsessing over?
I was
no
just
offense,
saying,
Freddie Durf,
I've never had Freddie Durf here before.
But it's like Freddie Durf, a famous guy. Is he the dev? Like the maker of Foxhole?
He's not one of the two Matts, no. He's right there.
Declared a war with AP today. Poor guy didn't have a chance. What?
Associated Press.
Oh.
No, I'm guessing. I don't know what AP is.
Mr. Freddie.
AP.
What's AP?
I don't know. We'll find out in a minute. But will you read the headline, please? We're on a tight timeline today.
Challenge to Marjorie Taylor Greene's candidacy can move forward, federal judge rules.
So, because Marjorie Taylor Greene was in or around or near the Capitol steps on January 6th, like millions of other people, she now can't run for Congress.
Nice. Was that nice or bad?
Well, I don't know. What do you think?
I have no idea.
Should we prohibit millions of people that were in and around Congress steps on January 6th a year and a half ago from running for political office? I don't know. It seems a little strange to me. So let's go to April 21.
Wait. Didn't we already cover that it might not have been their fault?
Yeah. That's still being debated. You're absolutely right.
Breaking over the temper tantrum thrown by Democrats, the Florida House has passed DeSantis congressional maps to add 4 GOP landing districts and wipe out Dem gains in restricting nationwide. It's heading to DeSantis' desk.
DeSantis' desk. Yes. So, how important is it for us to follow?
Sorry.
How important is it for us to follow these gerrymandering discussions? They happen every 10 years. They go on and on. I never know how it gets finalized, but apparently there's some crying in your soup happening on the Dem side because somehow last minute DeSantis got his way. I don't know. It's probably important. You were watching a show, I think. All right. Before you read the next one, this department is called About Face. We'll go back to April 14th, but first, let's check the chat. Decent Raw, you heard about Freddie today? Yep. Welcome to my platform. Wah, wah, wah. We all obsessed. I think you hot too. Oh, yeah, okay. I am hot. You have access to my camera? You so naughty. I'm liking chat today.
So
okay, so go ahead.
Is this Freddie?
This is Freddie Durf.
Platform?
It's Freddie.comma.comma.comma.comma.Durf, if I'm reading it right. And it's our platform. It's his platform. Oh, Freddie. Okay, you've inspired a story. I'm sitting in my apartment with my friends. This is like, I kid you not, 30 years ago. And the guy across the way comes over and he's like, toon, toon, toon. Hello? Hey, I promise you, I remember this like it was yesterday. He goes, hey, what are y'all doing? Oh, we're just watching some TV. Come on in. So he sits down and he watches TV. About 15 minutes in, we were all just quietly watching whatever. He goes, hey, listen, I gotta go, but can I borrow a spoon? We're not doing anything. I kid you not. That happened. It was so funny. We all were like, sure, you could have a spoon. Just keep it. Just keep it.
What
we don't
did
need
he
it back.
For?
Honestly, we all instantly assumed, because we kept seeing people sleeping on the steps across the way, he was probably boiling some heroin to inject into his body. That's what we thought. Who knows?
Boiling hair?
Heroin, it's a drug. Yeah.
Oh.
I know. I'm teaching you way too much. You don't need all this. Anyway, I had to tell the story. We're not doing anything. No, just borrow the spoon, bro. Anyway. Where is the... All right.
Uh,
You want me to read it?
I'm too distracted by the chat.
Okay, I'll read it. Scottsdale's DEI gurus.
DEI gurus accuse black DJ of wearing blackface.
Right. So you can see they're all dressed up as like Pitbull and 3 others. I don't know who they are.
Bruh.
But what's interesting about this story is they kept doubling down. They kept accusing, going, no, he's appropriating, he's culturally insulting, blah, blah, blah. You know, anyway, just a little humor. D. Simra points out, not much need for a burnt spoon. Exactly. We were like, hey, you can have it. You need it more than we do. We used to have to go downstairs from our apartment, have to step over his friends that were all strung out on the front thing. I'm not saying what... His dad was a pharmacist. It was very important that he introduced that to us, that fact, as soon as we met him. All right, we're going to the above board department. We're doing good on time. We've only got 30 more minutes max. I think we're going to hit another 15 and then we'll be done. But we'll first tell you what our impromptu show in an hour is about. Anyway, on April 16th...
Twitter adopts poison pill plan to block Elon Musk from increasing stake.
So, let me just cut to the chase. There's probably 2 stories here. Last week... Oh, let me read the chat. Freddie Durf. He's going to cross us off the FBI insurrection list. Thank you.
Thanks, I guess.
No, I'd rather... That's awesome. See you later, Freddie Durf. You're going to go have your basement time? Listen, we all need our basement time. You got him. You got him, Freddie Durf. Anka Vanka says, thank goodness I was here. Now we can all breathe. Yes. This is the day. So, I mean, okay, let's read the next Elon story. Elon Musk says he's secured $46.5 billion. Look where he's getting the money from. He's getting it from Morgan Stanley.
From his rich uncle and his dad, Emerald. And
he is the rich
mine
uncle
in apartheid South Africa.
So he's Barclays, MUFG, Societe Generale, BNP Paribas. These are all the big names, right? So it was said perfect in the chat last night on Table of Titans. Everybody's like, it's a show. He's not, I mean, say what you will, but he's in the club. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Thoughts? Yep. So I'm just going to kind of blow right past it. I couldn't even keep up with it. It's like, oh, he's going to buy it. Oh, he's not going to buy it. Oh, he's going to be on the board. Anyway, I did want to talk about it, but I knew it was going to evolve, and probably I don't even know what happened today. Now, from the Blast from the Past department, going back to April 17th.
North Korea tests new weapon in bid to improve its tactical nukes.
So, do you remember the last time you heard about North Korea testing nuclear weapons and rockets?
Back in the 1970s, when nuclear warfare
It's been
was an
about 4
actual
years.
prospect.
It's been about 4 years.
Wait, what? Hold on, the chat was going off again. What?
We're doing both. We're multitasking.
Alright, so he's gotta be locked in the basement. See ya, Freddy. Decent Margo, see ya, Freddy. Anka Bonka, at Freddy
already read some of
Durf, at Freddy Durf.
Yeah. keep
Serena
going.
Freddy, enjoy your sandwich and your bunker. We shall see each other sometime when Mama lets you out.
I love you guys. Foxhole chat is the best.
I can see.
To be fair, let's look at the other chat. There is no other chat. There's literally no other chat. It's only the Foxhole. Broadcasting to 4 channels, but only one is chatting. What does that tell you? Of course, we're kind of Foxhole friendly. Decent Raw 2018. That's right. That's right. Let's see, what happens every 4 years?
Huh.
The Olympics. Elections in the United States.
Huh.
Man, if anybody... Okay, so
North Korea being North Korea.
I always figure that people jamming with us, 90% are kind of aware about that kind of stuff. But I'm hoping, like, ask yourself, why 4 years ago did it stop, and why this year did it start? What could possibly correlate with that?
Because it's on Think of a Record where the song plays and then there's a little break and then the song plays again. That's essentially
Right.
what a record is.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, North Korea, North Korea, North Korea. Oh, it's calm down.
Well, let me remind
North
you
Korea, North Korea.
that Trump crossed over into North Korea with Kim Jong, whatever his name is.
King Jong number 24. I don't know.
Point being is, I'm crediting Trump for the quietness.
Kim
of the
Jong.
nuclear testing.
Oh?
All right, now let's go to the next news article. ProCove. I can't remember why I called it that. April 18th, Miami Standard.
Second global COVID summit announced. Main goal will be to vaccinate everyone on the planet, everywhere. Man, I almost feel bad for them. They're not going to reach that main goal.
They're not going to reach it?
They're not
Nice.
going to reach it.
But it's good knowing there's some people out there that want to protect you so much that they're going to have universal vaccination. By the way, it's not a vaccine. Just so you know, it's an experimental gene therapy.
Yeah.
From the unmasking on April 18th, we have... Oh, man, I hate these toe fungus ads. Let's close that. That's disgusting.
Yeah, that is disgusting.
Yeah. They like the toe fungus ads, don't they?
I'm not going to eat hot dogs ever again.
Yeah.
My life will never be the same. Florida judge avoids U.S. mask mandate for planes, other travel.
You all probably heard that, but
Finally!
we were going to drive to Florida. Now we could fly. We're still going to drive. We're taking our dog to Florida, so
Yeah.
it's better to drive. That's next month.
The Karens are like, you can't take your pets on airplanes because blah, 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 blah.
So I kind of want to come back to this news story. Let me change the order. We have 3 more. So let's skip down to Russia. April 21.
Breaking down the flurry of legal filings by Clinton campaign associates in Durham case.
So what I'm going to do is pop this in the chat.
Heart frog, heart.
Yep. Decent Ross says, good evening, Ankabaka. Ankabaka says, hope the lurkers are enjoying themselves too. Much love, fam. I hope they are too. Decent Ross says, flu or some new sickness pops up. Yeah, right. Do you mean to take away the mask for Enos? The point of this article is, I mean, I try to follow the Durham indictments and all this stuff. What little we know. It's all about Sussman. It's all about who knew what when. It's all about this putting together of the Black Book dossier thing. Akavanka wants to go to Florida too. We went last month. We went to Disney.
And we're going again.
I know. They're pure evil. We went to Disney last month. But I didn't want to read this whole thing and show you where it's going because I don't think anybody knows where it's going. But keep your eye on Durham, right? We all know to do that. And if anybody's listening who's like, why are you constantly making a big deal out of Durham? Ask your friend that's a prepper. They probably know. I'm just saying. It correlates. One more Russia.
I have a really quick question. Is it just me because I've been gone for 2 weeks and missing half?
Yeah, you have been missing a lot of your job. No offense.
But has the chat been slowly getting more and more this crazy? Or
Yes. No, actually, you're bringing it back. It was chill and no, I'm kidding. All right, this has a paywall, and I'm being lazy and not paying for the paywall. Russia-Putin missile test. Oh, this was a crazy missile test. We need to get this link. Hang on. You all need to see this. This is a hypersonic 15 warhead. It'll be there before anything can mitigate it. I'm not happy about it.
Nice.
What is going on? I'm not happy about it, but basically, don't be sending your youngins over there. You know what I'm saying? Not from over here. Not over there. It is Akavanka's fault. We're going to give some credit to the basement dweller.
Yeah, Akavanka.
All right, so we'll do our last story, and then we'll talk a little bit about our upcoming show at 7, which is in about 50 minutes. And then I got to get ready because we got a special guest. But first, let's watch this whole thing. I'm going to bring the music down. You've probably all heard this, but just in case somebody hasn't heard this.
And we will vote on these two bills. It is my hope that we will be able to proceed civilly and with decorum and with respect
This is
for one another.
Anti-grooming bill in Florida, I want to say.
By Senator Bradley, Senate Bill 4C, a bill to be entitled an act relating to independent special districts.
Oh, the tech exemption. Wait, sorry, where'd the audio go? Oh, they muted it. So the new map, stripping Disney of its special powers and nixing Disney of its big tech exemption.
So Disney lost its special powers?
Its self-governing powers. I think it did. I think it went to get signed. But just listen to the forces at work here.
Representative Fine, you're recognized to explain your bill.
What is all that noise in the background?
Many have joined us in the chamber today. That said, this is the bill that we discussed yesterday.
Members, we will either go into structured debate or we will call the previous question. Representative Renner, you're recognized for a motion.
Mr. Speaker, I move the previous question on the bill.
Representative Renner moves the previous question on the bill. This motion is not debatable and requires a majority vote. All in favor say aye. All opposed no. Show the motion passes. We will now proceed to call the previous question. The clerk will unlock the machine and members will proceed to vote on Senate Bill 4C. Have all members voted? Have all members voted? Clerk will lock the machine. Announce the vote.
70 yeas, 38 nays, Mr.
Show the bill
Speaker.
passes. Read the.
So wait. The reason why Florida lost its whole self-governing shebang is because it fought against the boys can't be girls and girls can't be boys law, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you ever have. I can't remember if DeSantis made that clear. I think, yeah, he did. He said at one point, we can just take away their self-governing status if they're going to start going against our anti-grooming legislature.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So I'm sorry to end on such a weird downer, but that was a bigger news show or news story, and I kind of wanted to close with it.
Wait, Disney wasn't originally going to fight, right? Just everybody's like, Disney, why aren't you fighting against?
I think there was some of that. They're melting. That's right. So let me read some of these comments in chat. Send our own Satan Obama as a nuke too. Uncle Bunka says these are not real people. They are zombified crazy people who are screaming. Agreed.
That makes a lot of sense.
They should lock them up. Hey, insurrection in Florida. Drinksman says they're melting. And D-Sim Raw says they have lost their damn minds. Yeah, I mean, it sounded like, 4 or 5 really loud ones, maybe a couple more?
No, it sounded like just a track playing in the background.
Well,
just like that one crazy person
there
and
was
then
a few.
everybody else piping up.
Mm-hmm. But, yeah, that circular... It's a more two-dimensional thinking than 3. So, this has been... Stick with us for a second, because we're going to do something in 45 minutes. This has been the Bread Pill Weekly. We're about to play the outro. I'm your host, G. Ross. This is every Friday at 5:30. Co-host?
Angular.
He meant to say angular. Coming up is a YouTube... Can you stop?
Okay.
Coming up is a YouTube channel called Cryptid Tours. And the host of that channel is a Dogman expert.
Not the Dave Pilkey dog man, the dog eating man.
Or the dog that eats... The dog man that
eats man.
That torments
and
mankind.
dog.
So, I figure we'll have about an hour-long interview.
Right?
What?
I can bring you
Are
shotgun.
just
Sorry.
totally talking
Sorry.
like right over me? Go ahead.
Sorry. But this guy was this guy and G. Ross over here. We're going to.
But we didn't,
go out
so it's
and
not really a
hunt.
story. We'll talk about that. That's
Dogman.
we'll lead up to that.
Fresh game.
I'm not. Yeah. So we're gonna have a Dogman expert on in about 45 minutes. I'll post the card in Foxhole. We'll broadcast it. I'll talk with my guest and see. I think he'd want it on YouTube, probably Facebook and DLive. So I don't know which channels, but probably all of them. I will desperately try to talk him into the Foxhole. I'm sure he'll agree. We've been talking about the show and running a couple questions by him. He doesn't know most of the questions, so we're gonna get into some cryptids. And we'll keep the focus on that. So probably Dogman, a little bit of Bigfoot maybe, cryptids in general, ancient scriptures, book, into the world type stuff. So we'll see where it goes. But then before then, I'll play. Oh, let me talk about. We had a great call in on Wednesday, so it's going to kind of slow down the progress through, and it was for good reasons, through the season 1, which is almost over, of 90 Nation. Black Yoda came in and like we like to see, long form conversation with Black Yoda. That was quite an honor. So Sunday coming up, we're gonna do the Nutcracker, kind of like what we did Mary Poppins. Right, so we'll see you all here at 7 if you can make it. I know it's a competitive time slot, but this is when my guest was available. So we'll play the outro. It was nice to have you. Oh, we do have some scratchins we got to release. Let me do that.
Release the scratching.
Releasing the scratchin'. Here we go. Give it a minute so the scratching can be scratched. Scratch that scratcher. And then we'll bring the music down. We'll get ready to play the outro. We'll play the outro through, and we'll chat in the chat, and we'll see you back here in 45 minutes. Any last words, Angular?
No.
All right. Thanks for coasting. It's way better when you're here, but I know you had fun the last 2 weeks, and that was good stuff.
Yes.
All right.
Anyway, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you for spending time with us. We're joined on Fridays by co-host Angular. This has been G. Ross, and you are the underscore. Be sure to catch us on the foxhole.app, DLive, YouTube, or Facebook. Current shows include the Bread Pill Weekly. You've been red pilled, now be the red pill. You're out of the oven and ready for delivery on our weekly alternative news roundup and call-in show on Foxhole, D-Live, YouTube, and Facebook every Friday at 5:30 p.m. Central, co-hosted by G. Ross and Angular. Current shows include Epistemology for Fun and Profit, where woo meets goo. You're in the woo, and the woo is in you. A philosophical call-in show with occasional guest interviews, diving into the oldest questions. Most episodes are exclusively on the Foxhole.app, Sunday at 11:30 p.m. Central. Current shows include 90 Nation, the nation with no denomination. Declare to the custom agents any edible plants or miscellaneous worldviews. We take a look back at how we got here, eventually leading into a regular Wednesday night Bible study at 11 p.m. Central. Catch us on the Foxhole.app, D-Live, YouTube, and Facebook. Our Friday co-host is Angular. This has been G. Ross, and you are the underscore.